What's up, nerds? We're your hosts this week. I'm Jake.
And I am Chad.
This week we are sponsored by Ray's Energy Drinks.
We are also sponsored by Crybaby Craig's Hot Sauce.
So this week we're going to be talking about episode 6 from Titan Season 4 on HBO Max.
We'll also be talking about Comic-Con news briefly before talking about Wednesday streaming on Netflix. So, let's get into it. This is the All Things Nerd podcast.
Nerd. Welcome back, nerds, to the All Things Nerd podcast, your weekly dive into all things nerd. So, Jake Lee, the jakiest Jake. How was your week?
It's been okay. I found mold in the house in the ceiling, so that's kind of a bummer. Got somebody coming out to look at that tomorrow. So
Mm.
hopefully we can get that figured out before I buy this place. Otherwise, I'm not gonna buy this place. So,
Mm.
how about you?
Well, as you could just witness, I am still sick, which is not fun. Yeah, it's what it is. Uh, I feel much
That was
better.
really mean.
It was pretty mean of you. Thanks.
No, yeah, you sound a lot better than you have.
Yeah, now it's
Yeah.
just like, just my sinuses are constantly like draining, and I just
Mm.
have this nasty cough, and I'm just tired. So,
On a brighter note, the Vikings, Minnesota Vikings, if you will, are now 10-2. We won again today. So,
yeah,
you know, there's a lot of doubters out there. But 10-2 is a pretty big deal. It was a
yeah.
little closer than I wanted it to be, the
The
game.
past 3 weeks have been a little bit closer than I've wanted them to be.
It was a little scary. I
Or the
definitely was
past four.
yelling at my TV,
Yeah.
and the dogs were napping. It was actually pretty funny. My girlfriend and the dogs and the cat were all like asleep. Which why? While I'm watching the Vikings game, you guys know how I get, and I'm just like, things are going their way, and then all of a sudden something bad happens. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Everybody wakes up, and it's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. Like, they fucking handed it up 3 times, 13 seconds at 3-and-out. Why the fuck are you handing it up? It's clearly not working. It's like, my girlfriend just like pats me on the shoulder and goes back to sleep. I'm just like, whatever.
Goose, blah, blah.
Yeah, we'll not get mad about little things. So we'll not get mad about little things. But
Uh,
yeah, we did pull off another win. We are 10-2. Woohoo.
yeah, it's super exciting.
hmm
Well, hopefully they can keep this going. I mean, let's hope.
I am under no illusions that we are going to win a Super Bowl or anything like that. Would I be I might cry if we did. But
I probably would.
uh yeah, I think I would actually cry. My grandpa who got me into football died without ever seeing the Vikings win a Super Bowl. And if I saw it in my lifetime, I'm gonna have a full-on breakdown. I promise you.
Yeah,
But I am not under that illusion. I think we're doing really well though, and I love cheering for my boys. So
yeah. It's really all we can do at this
yeah.
point in time. I mean, it's a Minnesota sports team.
Mm.
Statistically speaking, this does not last the whole season, but I'm enjoying it while we can. And then, just as a reminder for everyone, I mean, we still have our collaboration up on our website with Battle of the Sketches. We will be doing a giveaway with the proceeds from some of the pieces that have sold, as
I
well
think
as,
we're gonna we were
well,
talking about doing a live stream, correct?
yeah,
To do a giveaway, and then we can like do it like live,
yeah. It's kind of how
which
a
is kind
live
of
stream
cool.
works.
Yeah, live. We're
Yeah,
gonna do it live. It's
yeah,
a live stream.
exactly. And then afterwards, we'll do a laugh stream and then a love stream. But the love stream, you have to get your parents' permission to watch.
Yeah.
It's an 18 plus.
It's all on our link tree on our Instagram.
That one will be live on our OnlyFans.
No offense to anybody who has an OnlyFans, but anyways, moving on.
No, it'd just be funny if we had one.
Yeah, and then just didn't do sexual stuff,
Yeah, you
but
know, like the
like, but
platform was
like,
designed for.
but like, title everything sexual and then do nothing sexual.
Yeah.
That'd actually be pretty funny. We might be onto something there. We'll work it out later.
Yeah. But, I mean, we have a few things that we want to talk about this week, so we're just going to go ahead and get right into our first sponsor, which is Raise Energy Drinks. You guys already know it's a fantastic energy drink. Zero sugar, zero calories, and zero crash. Lots of great flavors. I almost did too.
I almost did it.
If energy drinks aren't your thing, they have a lot more to offer besides just that, so listen up. Learn how to save 15%. We'll be right back with you to talk about Titans.
What's up, nerds? I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Raise Energy, an incredible energy drink that provides max energy with zero crash. Raise Energy takes a giant leap of faith with instilling a high-quality formula to bring a powerful, yet sustained, energetic experience to help you push your workouts and focus to the next level. Perfect for anyone at any time, and powered by their Refresh formula technology, Raise Energy delivers a performance-enhancing energy drink that aids in multiple different categories that include targeted focus, better recovery time, improved clean energy levels, and a boost in stamina and hydration. But most importantly, every can of Raise Energy has absolutely 0 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 carbohydrates to give you a smarter and healthier option. So don't settle for an energy drink that contains more sugar and carbohydrates than you can count. Instead, head over to repsports.com. That's REPPSPORTS.com and use the promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout for 15% off your order. Or if you don't know what you want, go ahead and click the link that's in the description to get a $50 sample pack for free. All you do is you cover the cost of shipping. Again, make sure you use promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout to let them know that we sent you.
All right, nerds. We are going to talk about season 4, episode 6 of Titans, now streaming on HBO Max. Before we get started, as always, spoiler alert: if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Come back. Blah blah blah. You know the deal. Anyways,
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I love this show.
I guess,
though.
yeah, I really do. And we kind of, I don't necessarily want to, something that you and I get caught up in sometimes is like going through an episode,
Yeah.
so we're just going to kind of bullet point some stuff that we liked or disliked about the episode. For me, one of the things, Rachel, we know a couple episodes back, she got zapped and her hair is white. And now in this episode, she got her powers back, and she did not turn back into our favorite goth teen. She is now the White Wizard from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
She goes by Gandalf the White.
Or Mithrandir. You know.
That is not true, but she is all white now. Her clothing, she was always all white, but
Allegedly.
her hair is blonde after a couple episodes ago, and now her clothing apparently
Changed
she can't
white.
change the color of her clothes.
Yeah. They changed. She was wearing like her black cloak and everything. And then when she got her powers back, like it turned into like very much like a Lord of the Rings-esque like dress and cloak. And it's just like all white. And even like when she uses her powers and stuff, like the black clouds that used to shoot from her, it's now like a white glowy sticky substance. No, I'm sorry. I don't think it's. I don't think
Don't
it's
be
sticky.
sorry.
But yeah, it was kind of weird, and we thought it was weird. I mean, we've already talked about it when she lost her powers and her hair turned white because her hair wasn't white before she had powers.
Yeah.
So there's that.
It's a little weird. A little weird.
Doesn't make sense. I'm sure that they'll try and explain it, or they just won't.
Yeah.
And then
I
there's
thought,
that.
yeah, whatever. I don't want to. I could dwell on this for a little while, whatever, but I'm not going to. It annoyed me, but
Yeah.
I still like the show.
Yeah. Then there's Connor, Superboy.
Mm.
It's
Super
both.
fuck boy.
Yeah. I mean, he's calling San Francisco Frisco, calling everybody homie.
Yeah,
Like,
home slice
yeah, like shaved his head so that he's bald like Lex Luthor. Like he's embracing like that part of his chemical
genealogy.
makeup. Yeah,
Did I say that right?
I think so. I mean, it made
Right.
sense to me. But good Jake, good Jake. It doesn't. I don't know. Like, I like it, but I don't. Like, I kind of like that he's a little bit like meaner, more calloused, but it's very douchey at the same time.
Pro and con. Pro for me, I loved that they showed because it's been a question that's been asked for a long time, and it's been answered, but I don't know. They showed it, and you've never actually seen it on screen. Is that he uses the mirrors as um a way of shaving his head.
Yeah,
He uses his heat vision to bounce off the reflections. What they con for me is what they screwed up is that he doesn't actually use mirrors. His heat vision would obviously just melt the shit out of it. In the comics, Superman uses the reflection off of his spaceship to reflect the heat vision off of because his heat vision would not destroy something from his home planet. Yeah.
right.
So they kind of screwed that up. But whatever. It was cool to see it on screen.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, he's a total dick right now.
yeah. Keeps.
Not a Grayson.
Yeah.
Just a dick.
Speaking of Dick, he keeps calling him Richard.
Yeah. He's like the last person to call me that
Was
was
Lex
Lex.
Luthor when he
Yeah.
sent ninjas to kill me?
Yeah. So he wasn't actually trying to kill you. He was trying to test you.
Yeah, because if he was going to kill you, he would have just rigged the room with explosives. That's what I would have done at least. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Who pissed
He
in your
looks
Cheerios?
like a walking penis with his head shaved.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
bald look does not work for him.
No, he's a very veiny. He's one of those penises that like bows out on the edges, you know?
Very mushroomy.
Yeah, and then lots of veins going on
Yeah.
here, which is normally on the shaft, so I don't know, it's weird. Are we talking about penises?
Somehow we are.
Are we
Yeah.
talking about Connor? No, yeah, he looks he looks like a walking penis. I don't The bald look doesn't look good on him, like you said. We've gone
Yeah.
too far into this. Take over, chat. Penises.
So the walking, talking penis, he like kind of gets confrontational with Dick and is like, Tim is literally useless. He has a stick. Rachel doesn't have her powers, so she's useless. Starfire can't control her powers, so she's useless. I'm literally the best person on your team. Why don't you try trusting me? And then he runs off and gets his shit tossed.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like
almost
the
immediately.
first thing he does is like, I'm gonna go fight this person by myself. I got this. Which, Nightwing, to avoid confusion, we've been talking about a lot of penises. Nightwing is like, hey, we work as a team. We could use your help. Connor is like, I got this. Goes off, gets his ass kicked immediately,
Yeah.
and now he has to be rescued.
Yeah. I mean, earlier
Best
in the
person
episode.
on the team, though.
Yeah. He's literally the best. Sounds like someone else that's kind of like in the media right now, you know, who has gone on the record of claiming that he is the best. He's like a god, you know.
Are you talking about Yeezy?
Yeah. And then literally just proves that he's a piece of shit. It's sweet.
Yeah.
Fuck Yeezy.
Yeah,
I said it.
yeah, I second that.
Yeah.
Did you see? I'm sorry, this has to be said. It's very
Yeah.
funny. Obviously Hurricane Katrina not funny. But when Kanye was like, George Bush does not care about black people, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Somebody made a meme and it's of George Bush like tweeting,
Well, it's one of
saying,
like the fakes verified, like the
yeah,
Twitter blue that lasted for like
yeah,
a
and it's
month.
of George Bush saying Kanye West does not care about black people. It's
Yeah,
very fucking funny because he's a piece of shit.
he doesn't.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways,
Mm. The
um,
power of Pete Davidson, though, you know, like that dude fucked him up
yeah,
without ever being in the same room.
yeah, yeah.
uh, but we do also,
Fuck Pete Davidson.
yeah, I'm not a fan of his either.
Fuck that
But
guy.
but we also get to see, since Connor is like embracing his Lex Luthor side, we actually see that he is very smart,
Mhm.
which we haven't really seen before
Yeah.
because he,
Oh, I think we've always kind of seen it. Even in last season when he was trying to save Hank, he was literally like learning and building something to defuse the bomb that was on
oh
Hank.
yeah,
Like
that's true.
he's always been smart. He's just kind of embraced his more farm boy side than his
Yeah,
other dad. Uh and in this episode he's definitely embracing his Lex Luthor side. In fact, even telling people to call him either call me Connor or call me Mr. Luthor.
yeah.
So,
And I mean, we kind of have I guess, differing theories on like what caused this or like why he's acting like that. Because you said,
hmm,
I mean, we both think that it's from the spell or the curse that he was under. But is the curse still like part of it lingering in him that's causing
that's what
this,
I was thinking, yeah.
or was it the curse that triggered that part of his brain, and
Hmm.
now it's just like running loose and rampant?
Yeah. I don't know because, and this is why I think it may just be that there's still some dark magic in him. Is that after Gar came out of him, he was experiencing some dark something.
Yeah,
I don't know. But Gar has been struggling this whole season with some weird stuff. So I
yeah,
don't know.
getting a lot
They
of
may
like
have nothing to
visions.
do with that at all. Yeah. But it was kind of cool when he was sitting in the stairwell. It looked like they went like zoomed in on his eyes and his retinas were like burning and they like went through and then backed out of it. And I don't know. So I don't know what that meant.
I
They didn't
think it
really
was
say.
part of the vision of which we'll kind of get to of the temple collapsing.
Yeah.
Um, because then he also like has like a vision kind of when he's walking on the streets to get coffee that
Hmm.
like someone stops him and talks to him, but that person's not actually there,
Yeah.
and basically tells him like, hey, when the temple falls, you have to go to the red, whatever that
Hmm.
means.
Yeah.
But
Um, it's kind of I feel like Gar is kind of the heart of this season, which is cool because we've stated over and over again that he's our favorite character.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, it's cool. I'm glad that they're doing more with him rather than him just like being a teenager who turns into a monster or not a monster, an animal sometimes, like they're
yeah,
giving him like a lot more depth and I love that because he's my favorite character. So yeah,
yeah,
it's cool.
and he's definitely getting a much bigger grasp on his powers too,
Hmm.
because literally they so they go to rescue Sebastian. They
Sebastian.
were going to use magic and just kind of like teleport him out, and then Connor went and fucked everything up because he's the best.
Yeah,
He's the best music. Another one.
that's not Kanye.
DJ
Yeah.
Khaled. I know. But my God, this cough. Fuck me. They're like, Dick tells Gar, this is a smash and grab. We're getting in there, getting them out, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And so
Need
he
something big
something
and
destructive.
destructive.
So we get him as a gorilla, Gar,
A
not Dick.
green gorilla. Woo.
Yeah, it was super sweet.
It was actually really cool. I
Literally
love
just
his tiger
fucking
form is still my favorite form, but the gorilla is dope too.
yeah,
Yeah. And he instantly kills like a couple people.
yeah. Which is
Or seemingly.
well, I
Seemingly.
mean, a gorilla picking you up, shoving your head into a rock, and then picking you up and throwing you again. Probably not living, but
Yeah. Which is
they don't kill.
it's nice.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em. They're a bunch of weird fucking cultists.
Oh no, it's just because literally earlier in the episode, Dick Grayson is like, "We don't kill on this team," and then immediately
Hmm.
they like go and like kill like 12 people.
Fuck 'em.
We don't kill on this team. Hey Rachel, use this chainsaw name for the head.
Those were
I
zombies.
know, but still, but still.
Too bad she wasn't wearing her white cloak when she did that.
Just blood everywhere.
Yeah, that'd have been beautiful.
Would have been brutal. Yeah.
Mm.
Jinx.
You owe me a
I
Coke.
I think you owe me a Coke because I was right. Allegedly,
Allegedly.
seemingly, we don't know for
We'll
sure.
see.
But she definitely showed up wearing a red shirt.
Yeah.
Uh,
She got her she got her guts rearranged.
and not
Not
in
in a
the
good
fun
way.
way.
Not in the fun way.
Sorry, mom. Uh,
There's always a moment.
but she like uses her magic to freeze Mother Mayhem so that they can escape, basically. Yeah, and she like freezes, but she's just like acting.
Yeah. She's
And
like
then
playing along. Yeah.
Jinx like walks up closer to her and then just gets stabbed in the stomach.
Well, it's funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's kind of funny. She's like talking shit. She's like, "Oh, I got you." Like blah blah blah, isn't it? And then
You fucking wanker.
and she just gets impaled
Yeah,
in the tummy Not yeah.
yeah.
She died. She dead. DED dead.
Like OMG dead.
But
We don't know.
as she's dying, she says, "Not again," and then falls down. And they don't confirm her death. They just
Yeah.
show her with her eyes open, you know, uh,
What was that
laying
like?
motion.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm an impressionist.
As Jake would like to remind you, we are on Instagram. But if you want to actually watch this, you have to go to YouTube.
But yeah, so she did say not again, which means that she's died before, potentially. Um,
Makes sense.
so she may not actually be dead, or she may not stay dead. Time will tell. There's 4 episodes left, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
I hope she doesn't, because I really like her as a character.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
she's good.
yeah, and I
I
mean,
actually didn't like her at first. I was like, man, she's bratty. I don't like that.
yeah,
But she's actually really come around. I do like her character now quite a bit.
yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
She's been a real team player.
She's coming around.
And then,
Well, she was anyway.
yeah, yeah, R.I.P.
Hmm.
But then we also see that, the temple does start to crumble, just like in Gar's vision, and he just
Well,
kind
because
of,
Sebastian drinks the blood,
oh yeah,
and then he like turns into like
Banshee.
Black Canary.
Oh, I was
and
gonna say Banshee from X-Men.
yeah, just like screams, and it's like whoa, 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 like sound waves, and everything starts collapsing.
So Gar is like,
Yeet.
take us to the red, to whoever's listening, and then they just kind of like get yeeted out of the room.
Yeah.
They all get teleported to some
Mhm.
place. We don't know where they ended up, but I'm assuming it's to where that tree.
I assume the next episode will be them at that tree
Yeah,
and some weird. I I assume it's
the
gonna be like a
Winchesters
throw.
will show up again.
Yeah,
We
it's
see
gonna be
we
a-
Hank shows up in the fucking Impala one more time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be like a throwaway episode, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe but it's going to be like the whole episode is going to be probably nothing to do with the ongoing story.
Yeah,
But
just kind of like that purgatory vision world.
yeah. Yep. Every season of every show always has it.
Yep.
Building up to something, they're like, all right, we're going to go this way now.
Yeah,
And
we're
then
going
we'll
to
come
talk
back.
about this side story that can be explained in like a 15-minute flashback, but we're going to take the full episode.
Yeah.
We could have explained it already with the 3 other 15-minute flashbacks, but nah. Just wait. But like you said, Sebastian embraces the darkness, if you will.
The
says-
spice.
I was going to say, he says, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
He's got some mommy issues. It's
Yeah,
clear. Yeah.
very much
She's got
so.
a killer mullet.
And no eyebrows.
No eyebrow. Oh, that's
If
yeah, she is.
if she was all blonde, you would think that she was like best friends with Matt Smith, who, for someone with no eyebrows, pulls it off very well. She does not.
Yeah. And then well, there's like well, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, that
You start.
I was just looking at you. You can keep going.
He takes a bath in the blood. The blood.
Yeah, but we don't see him come out. I mean, he'll come out on his own time. It's fine. No, but he like goes into the pool of blood, and then the episode ends.
Yeah. So I thought
It's-
maybe he was gonna come out looking a certain way, like a demon, maybe, or my new theory would be that he's just gonna be a very suave version of himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cleaned up,
No more glasses.
good posture, muscles.
Good. Yeah. They've been making him wear like baggy jeans and like a baggy like button up. I assume like as he comes out, he'll probably be in like form-fitting clothing. Because as you had mentioned last week, that he is from
Like
some
the Vampire
fucking-
Diaries,
the
and
originals,
the
yeah,
originals,
the vampire, and he's a very suave fellow in that show. So I assume
And
he'll just
even as he's like going into the pool of blood, like he's now like standing up straight, and you can actually see that like he has like defined muscles and stuff like that. So they'll probably use that to be like, look at the transformation. He stood
Yeah.
up straight and wore the right size clothing. Wow, magic.
yeah. Oh, that's funny.
It's not Trigon's Church of Blood. It's Versace's.
Yeah. And then there's kind of a comical moment with Tim.
Yeah. He just wants like everyone to know basically that him and Bernard kissed, that, you know, just let it be out there that he's not straight. But they're like, wow, this day's been crazy. Like a couple hours ago, we were fighting a demon snake that crawled out of Connor. And then a couple hours before that, we were fighting some zombies. And then Tim's like, yeah, and I kissed Bernard.
Yeah.
And Dick is just like, seems like everyone's had a busy day.
Yeah.
Like, and that's it.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and it was cool that like they didn't make a big deal about it either, because like it
Yeah.
doesn't need
Everyone
to be
was
a big deal.
Yeah. And even Gar even like fist bumped him.
yeah,
It's like, nice work. You got some action.
yeah. That bow staff
Um,
came in handy.
Well, that being said,
Oh,
oh. We're going to get into sponsor 2. Sponsor number 2 is Crybaby Craig's hot sauce. It's a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes on practically anything. Listen up and we'll tell you more about it.
Hey, you nerds. Do you love spice? Supporting small businesses? What about enhancing the flavor of your favorite foods? If you said yes to any of those, our good friends over at Crybaby Craig's have the perfect solution for you. Crybaby Craig's is a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes perfectly with your favorite foods, adding the perfect amount of spice and enhancing the flavor of everything it touches. Started in Minneapolis by Craig back in 2012, Crybaby Craig's has become a Minneapolis and Minnesota staple in the sauce world. So head over to crybabycraigs.com and order yours today.
all right, everyone. So before we start talking about Wednesday, on Netflix. There's some, not necessarily news. We knew a lot of this stuff was coming, but we actually got trailers
Or trailer twos.
or trailer twos and stuff like that at Comic Con, the LA Comic Con this past weekend. So we're gonna talk about some of those things. First off, which is yes, Jake, you okay?
Yep.
Okay.
My phone just keeps. Fantasy football is like blowing up my phone. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I muted all that.
And my sound isn't on, but it just like vibrating like the whole desk, and I'm like, what? Yeah. So sorry.
You're all good. We got a trailer for Indiana Jones.
5. Oh, I love Harrison Ford, and
Yeah,
I love Indiana Jones. So
and he loves Indiana
Done.
Jones so much more than Star Wars. He fucking hates Star Wars.
there is a very funny clip online of him accepting an award for some. I don't know what it was, and they're playing the Indiana Jones music as he's walking out,
Yeah,
and he just goes, "That damn music follows me everywhere." It's pretty funny.
it is.
It was funny. Yeah. But I love Harrison Ford. I love his political stance. I love him as an actor, as a person. He is the best.
Yeah,
So
100%.
I'm definitely gonna go watch this in theaters.
Oh
like
yeah,
probably more than once.
yeah. I'm
I
excited.
have not been disappointed by Indiana Jones movie ever. So
Really,
really, really, I
Even-
love them all.
even the Crystal Skull one.
I loved Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
You
I love
loved
Shia
it?
LaBeouf too. Yeah, I thought it wasn't as in tune to the. I think it actually was. I think it was just as like had that like balance of cheesy and serious. Um, yeah, I thought it was fantastic. Yeah, I loved it.
I might have to go back and rewatch it because I do not remember it that fondly.
I have argued with people about it because I argued with one of our bosses who has no hair. You know who I'm talking about.
The one that enjoys movies and
Yes.
nerd culture. Yeah.
And he had basically expressed to me that he did not like this movie because it was unrealistic. Because there's a part in Indiana Jones 4 Kingdom of the Crystal Skull where a nuclear blast goes off, basically, and Indy goes inside of a refrigerator, launches through the air, and comes out alive. And I was like,
That
okay,
was the
listen here, dumb.
unrealistic thing that he
And,
was
and I'm
hung
like,
up on.
and I'm like, listen here, dum dum. In Indiana Jones 2, they jump out of a fucking airplane that's crashing on an inflatable like raft that isn't inflated yet, inflate it in the air, land on a mountain, slide all the way down the mountain unhurt into water, into like a river off a cliff. And it's like, so this is pretty in tune with the originals, in my opinion. Like, is it ridiculous? Absolutely. That's the beauty of cinema. You can
Yeah.
do shit that's not. Yeah, I loved Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and I have no doubt that I'm gonna love this movie as well. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this one. I think the thing that bothered me was the aliens at the end.
Why? That's like a more believable thing than the Fountain of Youth and
Yeah,
fucking.
that's true.
You know what I mean? Like
No, you're right.
Pandora's Box. Like it's way more believable than any of the things that were in the movies prior.
That's true. You've
I will
raised.
fucking
You've
flip this
raised.
desk over right now.
Hey, that's fine.
No, I won't.
No, I mean you've raised good arguments to where I will give it another try, and I'll mention it in our honorable mentions later this episode about how you've done this to me one other time this week, and I stand corrected from that as well. But we'll get to that. Actually, kind of Transformers. There's a new Transformers movie coming out. You
Yep.
bullied me into rewatching them. I'll talk about
Right.
it in the honorable mention. But yeah, there's a new Transformers.
Rise of the Beasts looks awesome.
Beast
I'm
Wars.
excited. Yeah, this will be cool.
Yeah, I'm
I
very
I
excited.
used to watch the cartoons when I was a kid. I used to play with the action figures. I've been a huge fan of these movies, except for two of them. I did not care for
The Last Night.
Last Night, and then I And this is a bummer for me because I'm a pretty big fan of Haley Steinfeld, but I did not really care for Bumblebee that much. And I'm a big fan of John Cena, not for his wrestling career, but I'm a fan of both of those people, and they were both in the Bumblebee movie, and I didn't care too much for it.
I never
Um,
saw it.
but the rest of them, I've been totally on board for. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Beast Wars is what got me into Transformers.
yeah, and
Like,
that's
and that's
what
what
this
this
movie's
is.
gonna
Yeah.
be about. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. I
So,
have a inside source who is a fanatic, and I won't throw his name out here because I did not get permission. But I have a fanatic friend who is very, very into Transformers, and he knows based on the trailer that the beasts are going to be battling, and I did not look up the name because I didn't think about it till just now. But they're basically going to be fighting the Decepticon versions of the Dinobots.
oh, okay.
That's who the new bad guys are going to be. That's why in the trailer they're like, "You've never seen faced anything like this before." It's basically evil Dinobots. So the beasts are going to help
Hmm.
our favorite Autobots fight Decepticon.
Dino Nuggies. I mean, bots.
Yeah, Dinobots. Yeah. The trailer looks good. We'll see.
Yeah.
To be determined. The past two movies that they put out were terrible. So hopefully this is a revival thing and it does great because yeah,
Yeah,
I
we'll
don't
have
know.
to see.
Otherwise they gotta like, scrap it and
Completely
reboot.
restart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We also got a trailer for The Witcher, uh, the spin-off, Blood
Is it a
Origin.
prequel?
Yeah, it's a prequel.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't play the games. I didn't read the books. I don't know a ton. I love the show, but I don't know a ton about it. Um,
I don't know a
it
ton
looked
about
like a
this.
prequel.
I know that it is a prequel. I don't know how true it is to the books or anything like that, because
Hmm.
that's pretty much the reason why Henry Cavill has left the show, is because the showrunners don't care about the source material. They just
Hmm.
are just using the name basically at this point in
Just
time.
want to do their own thing. I did see I saw like it was like a 10-20 second trailer today. And I thought it was something to do with Blood Origin, but if Blood Origin's a prequel, then it wouldn't make sense. So it must have been a teaser for season 3 of The Witcher because it showed a lady like saying something very like, "We need you, you're our only hope," like blah blah blah. And then it showed uh Jaskier, and
Okay.
he's like, "Are you sure you have the right person?" And then like that's the end of the trailer. So it had to have been a snippet or something
Oh, like
for
a teaser
season
for
3.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what
He
it is.
wouldn't have existed in the
Yeah.
yeah.
The
So
fact that he is still alive, even though like the show has taken place over like 30 years
mhm.
and no one's aged, even like the human, is just weird to me. But whatever. Um,
He does look good. Yeah, he looks different. He's like shoulder length hair, kind of like a scruffy beard. Like
oh,
they're
nice.
definitely taking his character a little more rugged, I guess.
I can live with that. I love
Yeah.
Hoskier.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
He's a good character.
yeah. He's like the much needed comic relief without being like over the top.
I think in the first season he was maybe a little over the top.
Eh, Yeah, but you can't tell me that like his whole like rock star story arc
Yeah.
in season 2 wasn't obnoxious
I
too.
his season 2 won me over. Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. I love him in season 2.
agreed. We got a trailer for the spin-off of The Boys,
Mm-hmm.
called Gen V.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like The Boys meets the X-Men at Xavier School for the Gifted.
Yeah. It's supposed to cross over with our current situation.
Yeah, there's in the trailer you see a couple I don't remember their names, but they work for.
Vought.
Thank you. Yeah.
I gotta mention something just
Yeah.
completely unrelated. Earlier, you had mentioned plugging in your arc reactor in the background,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, it must be a reflection off of your computer or something, but there's like a bunch of like changing lights like bouncing off
Oh
the
yeah.
reflection. It looks really cool.
Cool.
Do you see it?
Yeah. I didn't notice that. Yeah, my for my PC on my on that 1 second monitor,
You
it's
said you had to plug it in, and and then I just noticed it like probably 10, 15 minutes ago. I was like, did he plug it in? Is that what it's supposed to be doing? I thought it would have like lit up like an arc reactor, and I was like, no, it's got to be a reflection. But yeah.
yeah, it's
Anyways,
reflecting my screensaver.
kind of cool. Because it's only obviously like there's like reflections off your pictures and stuff, but that's the only thing in that area that is like lighting up like that. It's
Oh
kind of
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I see it.
Anyways,
I
yes,
see it.
VOT, Gen V crossover with the boys.
It
I
looks
don't
to
know
be on
how
par.
or where. Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks great. Yeah, I'm excited.
And then we
Um,
got Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy trailer number 2. We get a little more in-depth look at
Is this trailer number 2 or is this trailer number 1?
trailer number 2.
Oh, I don't remember the first one.
Oh, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
There's like the trailer. The first trailer was like a teaser trailer. It was like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, this is. I know James Gunn had mentioned that Rocket was going to be the center or the heart of this movie, and you definitely get that feel from the trailer. It's going to be a tearjerker. I'm pretty sure someone
Yeah.
or someone's very important are going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming Rocket. But
Yeah.
they also show Mantis like having a full-on breakdown that could be Drax. Like I don't know because Batista did say that this is the last one he's doing.
Yeah.
So they're gonna kill someone,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be sad. They
Yeah.
show both Peter Quill and Mantis like full on like crying,
Yeah.
like ugly crying, not like
Yeah.
oh no, I'm a little upset, like ah!
Yeah.
You know, that's yeah, someone's gonna die.
It's gonna be sad.
Yeah.
Because I love
Yeah,
the
and they
Guardians of the
show a
Galaxy.
little Rocket when he was a little baby.
And then
So
we also
cute.
see him saving a baby otter.
Lady
Uh,
Gaga.
is that who's voicing it?
That's what I read, and we all
Oh.
know you cannot believe everything you read on the internet, but I did read that that's who's playing. Yeah, or voicing.
I'd be
Sorry.
okay with that.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, absolutely. Bradley
Especially,
Cooper and
yeah, especially against Bradley Cooper, where they already have so much fucking chemistry. That'd be fun.
but yeah, I assume they were probably in the same like facility where
I'm
they
sure
were.
that they were in the same booth, recording vocals so that they could play off of each other.
No, you idiot! I was saying in the movie that
Oh.
the characters were probably in the same facility that created them.
Mahalo. But yes, I think you're right about that too.
Oh, that's
Cool.
funny.
I'll just go fuck myself.
I
Uh,
meant to and I didn't do it. I'll do it as soon as we get off the air. There is a trailer for we talked about it on the show when it was Vox Machina, The Legend of Vox Machina season 2 trailer dropped as well. I did not watch it. I should have before we started recording.
I should have too, because we literally talked about it in between like our little break.
Yeah. I loved the first season, and
Yeah.
I am stoked about this. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Invincible season 2. Where the fuck is that shit?
I
Come
don't
on.
know, because they have so much material to go off of. They already said that they could easily do like 10 seasons just based
Yeah.
on what's already out.
Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, Vox McKenna, fantastic. If you haven't watched the first season, it's on Amazon Prime. It is really good, really funny, really gory. It's animated, but it's so good.
Yeah.
And season 2 is already coming. I feel
Yeah.
like we talked about this last year, so they've been
Yeah, it
pretty
was.
fast on it.
Yeah, it was about a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so good,
Mm.
so enjoyable. Um, we also there wasn't a trailer for it, but we kind of got a little bit of a tease, I guess, for Star Wars Acolyte, kind of what its premise is.
Hmm.
It takes place 100 years before the prequel series, and it's kind of about how the Sith infiltrated the Senate and the Jedi Council and all of that.
And it is starring Daphne Keane, who plays X-23 in Logan, which is pretty exciting because
Yeah.
other than the show, oh God, His Dark Materials,
Hmm.
we haven't seen much from her since Logan.
Yeah.
Other than His Dark Materials, which has 2 seasons, I believe a third season is coming. I really enjoy that show. If you haven't watched it, you should check it out.
I have not
But
watched it, but I will check it out.
I'm excited to see her in more stuff. I really enjoyed her character in Logan, and I've heard a rumor, read a rumor, again on the internet. Don't know if it's true, but we may see her in Deadpool 3, and I think that would be really cool as well.
That would be really cool.
Don't know how they would do it, but it would be cool.
Yeah. You want to take the next one? I feel like I've kind of been going down
Yeah,
the list.
only because you
Yep. Don't know how to pronounce her last
the
name.
All right, her name is Anna. It's I think Diop or Diop. She plays Starfire in Titans. Has expressed interest in playing Storm, in the X-Men. Do we call it a reboot? I don't know.
I would call it a reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So on board.
I would pay money to watch her as Storm. I think she
That's
looks
kind
the
of the
part.
idea of going to movies, Jake, is you pay money to watch
I
these
will
people.
fucking murder you.
I said what I said.
I know. I will sail that all day. Yeah, she looks the part. She is gorgeous. I think, yeah, she would
Yeah.
do awesome as Storm. Yeah.
Agreed.
And I would really like to see her break onto the big screen as well.
Yeah.
Just because I think she's great in Titans. I don't think I've seen her that I'm aware of in anything outside of Titans. I'm sure she's done other things,
Yeah.
uh, but I haven't seen her in much. And I would like to see her. I think she's great. I would like to see her
Yeah.
shooting some lightning at people. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a badass in the show, so we know that she can already do it. But I'm fully in support of that option.
Hmm.
Also, I mean, Willow is out now on Disney Plus.
Hmm.
You know, that was a childhood movie.
That might escape some of you who are not born in the late 80s, early 90s. But Willow was a big deal when I was a kid, and I'm 35, so uh, take that however you want it. But
You're old.
yeah, Willow was great. I watched it a lot when I was a
Yeah.
kid. Yeah, Val Kilmer in his prime. I love Val Kilmer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
It looks interesting. I haven't watched it yet, but it looks good. I mean, uh, Warwick Davis, right? That's how you say his name.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, he only agreed to come back and do it if he got like a say, so that it was done right. So
Hmm.
I trust that this is good.
Um, The Last of Us. We got a trailer. Again, this is something I should have watched before we started, but I didn't
It looks so
watch the
good.
trailer yet. Did you watch? I watched
Yeah.
the original teaser trailer, which doesn't give too much context. It was just like, hey, we're making this movie. It's coming soon. You
Yeah.
know, there's an actual trailer out now, and I saw it,
Yeah.
but I didn't watch it, and I hate myself now. So,
It looks really good. It's a series, or will be a
Mhm.
series on HBO Max, um, following the kind of the storyline of the game.
Mhm. starring Pedro Pascal, which is amazing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
what's the girl's name? She was in Game of Thrones.
Oh, was she the King of the North?
Yeah.
King of the North. I don't know her name. She's also in His Dark Materials season 2.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, but I mean, the show looks awesome. It's post-apocalyptic. You
Hmm.
know, there's zombies. It's like Resident Evil meets A Quiet Place
Yeah,
sort of thing.
looks good.
I mean, the games are
I didn't play the
some
games,
of the
but
highest rated PlayStation games ever.
fucking PlayStation.
Yeah, it's a PlayStation exclusive, so you and your Xbox can't play it.
I had a choice to make, okay? Pandemic. I asked my friends, and this was before you and I were close again, or
Yeah.
ever, really.
Yeah.
Uh,
We were like casual friends before this.
yeah. Now we're like exclusive.
Yeah. It's hot.
I I knew going into the pandemic, I was like, I am gonna go fucking nuts. This is like when lockdown was announced, and I'm like, I need something to keep my sanity. And I asked around, and everyone said I wanted PlayStation because I wanted to play Spider-Man.
Hmm.
And everyone that I talked to was like, get Xbox. And I got Xbox. And now all I keep hearing about is all these great games on PlayStation. And I'm like, God damn it, I should have got the PlayStation. So
Yeah.
someday I will have a PlayStation, but I don't know. I have a lot of systems here lately that I never used to play. It's weird.
Yeah. But I can let you borrow my PlayStation to play Spider Man.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it would be.
Not gonna do it.
Nah, you can borrow it.
But last one that these are just the things that we're aware of at the moment. I'm sure a lot of things came out of Comic-Con. We may not have touched on everything. These are the big ones that we are aware of at the moment. But the other big one is we've already talked about it. Avatar. We got another trailer for Avatar, The Way of Wata, The Way of H2O. Uh, I mean, it looks cool. I really liked the first one.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I'm gonna
is
go
it
see
gonna?
it. So
Yeah, I'll go see it for sure. Hopefully, it's like as good. It
yeah.
was a huge. I mean, this movie, Titanic and Avengers Endgame have been battling for the number one spot in. I mean, Disney's just killing it no matter what, and
I
so
mean,
is
James Cameron
Zoe
was very,
Saldana.
very spiteful about it.
Yeah,
Endgame, Endgame passed it in the global box office as the all-time highest selling movie. So he's like, "Fuck it, I'll re-release Avatar into theaters." And then because of that, it had been like 10 years. So then, of course, people are like, "Yeah, I want to see that in theaters again. That was good."
yeah. Well, Endgame can do the same thing,
Oh yeah,
and yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I think it looks cool bringing back all the originals. Also bringing back Sigourney, I think that's interesting because she's dead in
yeah,
the first movie, so
yeah. We'll see
curious
how
how that
they
happens.
do
Yeah.
it.
I know that they do have a daughter in, I think, in the movie, and they also have like a weird like human like son
Like
who's
a
just like a
halfling.
human who adapted. No, not even a halfling. He's human that like adapted their lifestyle and like runs with their, you
Oh,
know,
I didn't.
uh I mean that's the way it looks. I haven't seen the movie obviously, but I'm wondering if maybe Sigourney is dead, but she's just voicing their daughter. I don't know.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah, not sure.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah. I saw the first one in theaters like 2 or 3 times. It was so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I only saw it
Animated
in theaters once.
Pocahontas, it was great.
Unlike the animated Pocahontas.
Yeah, but that one came out when I was like
No,
real
I know.
little.
I'm just messing
Yeah.
with you. Um,
Did you know who plays John Smith in the original
isn't it Val
cartoon
Kilmer?
Pocahontas? Huh?
Isn't it Val Kilmer?
No, Mel Gibson.
Mel. Wow. That's a bit on the nose. Sorry. But I mean, all these look great. We have a lot to look forward to. It's going to be awesome. Um, let's get into Wednesday.
But it's Sunday.
The show. I know you did that on purpose, and I reacted like you didn't. Cool. You're right. I am a jerk.
I'm an idiot. Uh, yeah, I fucking A, man. Well, let's start by saying, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Wednesday, streaming on Netflix right now, tune out, tune back in.
Yeah, the
Uh,
whole season's out.
yeah, the whole season out for streaming. One of the big things that just has to be mentioned up front, if you love Stranger Things, this show, the first season of this show, has dethroned Stranger Things for the most views in a week, which I mean that's just to gauge how good of a show this is. It's
Yeah.
so good. It was done really well. Uh, we binged the shit out of it. It was
Yeah,
fucking
I watched it in
yeah,
2 days.
yeah. It's so good. It's so good. Jenna Ortega as Wednesday Adams.
Killed
We
it.
do get to see Christina Ricci has a part in the show, obviously not as Wednesday, but it was really cool to see her in the
A
show
part of
or
it, yeah.
involved in the show, yeah, because she was Wednesday, not the original Wednesday Adams, but Wednesday Adams
Yeah.
for the movies because
Yeah,
there was
from the
an old TV
90s.
show. Yeah, there was like an old school black and white TV show back in the day prior to the
Yeah.
movies. But yeah, she was Wednesday Adams in both the movies, Adams Family and Adams Family Values. So that was cool.
It was cool to see her back. And then,
Mhm.
I mean, Gwendolyn Christie plays the principal of Nevermore.
She looks
Killed
great.
it. She does look great.
She looks great.
It was a
She's
very sad commentary from her,
Mhm.
was that her character in the show is the first time that she's ever felt pretty on
on
screen.
screen. Yeah.
Yeah, which is really sad because she's a good-looking woman.
Yeah. It's just that I think because of, and again, no offense to her, but she's a very large
Yeah, she's a
person.
very tall,
So her
stocky person.
characters have obviously Brienne of Tarth, Game of Thrones. Um, her characters are always
More
like,
on the masculine,
yeah. So this is the first
barbaric side.
time she is like in a dress, like in heels. Her hair is,
Done up,
all done up,
makeup.
lipstick and
Yeah,
makeup. Yeah. She looks fantastic.
yeah,
So, yeah.
and her character was awesome.
Yeah, kind of a bitch, but she was kind of right the whole time. So,
Yeah,
no.
and like just a strong like moral compass throughout.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, but it starts off kind of like, what is this? Like, is this just kind of gonna be like a teen drama, but on the darker side, or and it kind of turns into like a murder mystery of the
It really
supernatural.
it really reminded me of the Sabrina, the Teenage Witch series on Netflix.
Yeah, the reboot, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Only not corny. Like, no offense to the Sabrina series because I watched it, but they were really corny and really I don't know. Whatever. I don't want to talk shit. But I watched it. I watched the whole thing from such, whatever. But this reminded me of that. Yeah, like you said, it's a murder mystery esque kind of thing,
yeah.
which is it's cool.
It was really
Sorry.
enjoyable.
I didn't mean to like go off on the side there, but it reminded me of I don't know if you watched Sabrina or
I
not, but
didn't.
yeah, it's very much like that. But better.
Okay.
This is way better. Wednesday's way. I actually wouldn't even recommend that you watch Sabrina. It wasn't that good. It just
Okay.
reminded me of, yeah. This is really good. Wednesday's good.
I think we've established that Wednesday is good.
Yeah.
Even though today's Sunday, Wednesday is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of creepy at times. Thing
A little
is
kooky,
the,
a little spooky.
yeah.
Yeah, we're spooky.
I
And it's family.
dun. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's really cool. I mean, the main like monster thing, it kind of is like werewolfy, but not quite. It's called a Hyde, as in like Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh, I was gonna say like a paranoid stoner from the 70s
Oh yeah,
with aviator sunglasses.
and an unhealthy relationship with female boundaries.
I think he won his case, didn't he?
It got thrown out because of a hung jury,
Oh, that's a bummer. Okay,
so
never mind.
not really winning.
Didn't know that. My bad.
Yeah, he didn't
My
win
bad.
it.
But
It-
yeah, it's called a hide. It is a Tim Burton creature.
oh,
So
hands down.
if you can imagine what that looks like. Big eyes. Uh,
Just oh,
yeah. When I saw that Tim Burton was, attached to it and they show that thing for the first time, I was like,
yep, I get it. He had a part in creating that.
yeah. Um, fuck, it's a ton of fun. Uh, thing is in it, the
Thing
hand.
is awesome,
Yeah. Which
and
there's something to be said about that because it's literally a guy in a green suit with his hand not being green following Jenna Ortega around. So that hand is not CGI. It's like a guy like doing all of that with his hand.
yeah,
Like I think that's amazing
yeah,
because they could have easily just like CGI'd a hand doing all the bullshit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
But it's literally just like a dude, and then they just have like a little bit of a prosthetic coming up, so you get like where the wrist is cut off, so that it's always like up, even though he kind of has to like
yeah.
bend his arm around and stuff.
But all the motions and the sign language and whatever, none of what I just did is real. But
I mean,
is
even
is all actually a person doing
yeah,
it, which is fucking cool.
yeah, it's super sweet. There is a little bit of a twist. I mean, you find out that the hide is like what the monster is. There's a couple storylines that kind of like come together, but it kind of keeps you guessing. I was definitely wrong
So was
on
I.
part of it, as to like who is what and who
Yeah.
the bad guys were. But it
Yeah.
was very enjoyable. It was a lot of fun. Plus the ball where Jenna Ortega does the goth dance
Oh yeah. Which she choreographed herself, which is amazing.
by researching like the band that song was playing, like how that singer actually like danced on stage, like looking at footage of like gothic raves and stuff like
And
that, and like watching
and also
goth dance.
she looked at if you look at the old school black and white Adams family, some of her dance moves are from Wednesday Adams back then as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't
It's
know
pretty
that.
cool.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. She choreographed it herself. It is dorky as fuck, which is the point.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to give it an edge. The show itself, going off that dancing topic, they had to give the show an edge. The only thing that they did differently, which was not in the TV show or the movies, is they gave Wednesday like visions, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was never a thing before, unless my memory is just shot, which it could be.
It might
Uh,
have been a thing like from kind of like the original uh
mm,
and like the old school cartoon from like the 60s, but it wasn't a part of like the 90s with Christina
yeah,
Ricci and stuff like that, but
some fun characters. We got Enid, her roommate, who
yeah,
is a
a werewolf.
werewolf who is not able to turn in like wolf out, is what they call it.
Yeah.
She just has very very different painted nails, and she's like,
Yeah, and she can like
it's
extend claws and that's about it.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her and Thing become like best friends. It's
Yeah. Thing
hilarious.
is my favorite
Yeah.
character in the show. Yeah. Thing stole it
I
for me.
loved Fred Armisen as Uncle Fester.
Yeah.
He
I
was
did
hilarious.
not recognize him at all. Nicole
Really.
was like, "Is that the guy from New Girl that dresses up as Jess?" And I was
I
like,
like how that was her point of reference.
"Yeah." And I was like, "No, no." And I like looked it up and I was like, "Holy shit, that's totally him." Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Yeah.
Uh,
That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, he was good.
Malignos.
I would have really liked to see Cousin It.
That would have been really interesting. Maybe in season
Maybe
two,
season 2, yeah.
because I'm hoping that this gets picked up for a second season.
Oh, dude, if they beat Stranger Things, they're definitely picking it up. That's a money
I would
there. That's
hope
a
so, but
Yeah, they have to.
they've done dumb
Um,
things in the past, so.
Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia, Louis Guzman as the fuck's his name?
Ooh, what is the dad's name?
Gomez.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Ugh. But yeah, I mean, fuck.
It was so
It's so
enjoyable.
f- it's so fun. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, so we won't go too into it. But yeah, it's a murder mystery.
With, a side of supernatural,
Yeah, there's vampires and
werewolves, and
ghosts and
yeah.
yeah, demons, I guess. I don't know what you would call that guy at the end, but
Yeah, he was kind of like a reincarnated warlock,
yeah,
which just blew my mind because he's like, his entire premise was that he wanted to get rid of all the supernatural beings, and then by doing so, he's a supernatural being, and he's like,
yeah,
there can only be one.
yeah. Highlander. I thought it was very funny though. After he comes back, I'm trying to like be vague, but Christina Ricci, his character keeps like talking to him, like, "What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with this?" And he's like, "Shut up, bitch!" I think he calls her wench. He doesn't say bitch. He's like, "Shut up, wench! Be gone with you, or I'll rip your tongue out." And she was like, "The fuck?"
That was rude. I brought you back to life.
It was funny. But yeah, go check it out. It's very funny. It's very good. It's creepy. It's spooky. It's kooky. Uh,
They even bring in the snaps and like as a actual like plot point, which was cool.
yeah,
It's from a
yeah.
secret society.
The what was it? The night something. Nightshades. Nightshades.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Founded by Edgar Allan Poe.
yeah.
It was fun. It
It
was
was it was a lot of fun. I liked it more than I thought I was going to. When
same.
I started it, I watched the first episode. You and I talked about it, and I was like,
I
"It's
was
pretty good."
I was hesitant to watch it because I
Mhm.
thought it was going to be something completely different.
Yeah, same.
And then it was fantastic. And I was like,
Yeah,
okay, I'm going to watch all this
done.
tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, I showed it. I watched the first episode on my own, and then I was like, I really like this. I think Nicole's gonna like it. So I rewatched the first episode of Nicole, and she immediately was like, I love her. I love her. Every time she did something or said something snappy back to somebody, Nicole was like, I love her. And I'm like, all right, so we're watching this, and she's like, yep. I'm like, all right, cool. So
Yeah, Jenna
we took a
Ortega
we,
was like a perfect casting for that. She
she
killed it.
nailed it. She nailed it. Yeah,
Yeah,
killed it. She killed it. Um,
absolutely.
I don't know what you want to do here.
Well, let's go ahead and just close out this episode.
But before we do, we have our honorable mentions that we want to talk about. This is our new thing.
It's pretty new. It's sweet. It's super nice.
It's pretty sweet.
Su-
What do you got? What do you
Super
got?
cereal. Well, kind of like I alluded to earlier in the episode, you bullied me pretty hard into giving the Transformers films a second try.
And
I forgot how much I really enjoyed the first one. The second one was pretty good. The third one was starting to lose me. And then I haven't rewatched the Mark Wahlberg ones yet. But it got more and more. It started off as very fun, very awesome. I mean, the action sequences are great throughout all of them. But then it just became more and more about Shia LaBeouf screaming as the movies progressed. So I forgot how much he screams. Literally, the third one, there's a scene where they go into slow motion and he screams the entire time. And
Was it when the car is like yeets him out of it, and then it transforms and catches him and puts it back in?
yeah,
Yeah, it's
and
funny.
I mean, it was funny.
You're right. You're
they're-
right though. He does because there's also that part where he's like trying to get in touch with Bumblebee at the like what do they call it?
Nest.
Nest, yeah.
Yeah,
And the guy like fucks up his card and he's like, "Ah!" Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. But I really enjoyed the third one. I kind
I
of
didn't
liked
hate
that
it.
they got away from Megan Fox.
Yeah,
Yeah. She was toxic.
toxically good looking.
Usually they go hand in.
Not wrong. Uh, but no, I did enjoy them more than I remembered. It might be the Mark Wahlberg one that threw me off. And
I
'cause-
did like the first, I think it's called Extinction. I did like that one, but they did a second one with Mark Wahlberg called
Night.
The Last Night, and that one was terrible. And it also ruined something. I know I told you about it, and if you haven't seen them, sorry for spoiler alert, but it's been like a million years, so whatever. Uh, they confirmed that Shia LaBeouf's character, Sam Witwicky, had been murdered by the Decepticons. And I think that was a bad move because you could have, at this point, brought back an older Sam Witwicky and rebooted this series with a lovable character that you started the series with.
yeah,
And I think they could have done pretty well with it. But they fucked that up. And then they brought in Mark Wahlberg. And as much as I like what's his name? Wahlberg? I didn't really give a shit. It didn't
yeah. It
it
didn't
didn't really
hold.
pull you in. Yeah. So, and then they did the kind of prequel with Haley Steinfeld, which and John Cena. Meh. So hopefully this one will be good, but it's also lacking those characters that we started with, and that's kind of a bummer. So,
Yeah, yeah. We'll see. What about you? I'm actually pretty jealous of this one because I really want to go see it.
we went and saw Violent Night Saturday. Yeah, yesterday. For Saturday. Uh
Yes, sir,
we went
Friday.
and saw Violent Night with David Harbour, which we met. He's right there. He signed it.
Oh yeah,
Anyways, uh it was so fucking good in like the way that you would expect like a cheesy, violent, rated R Christmas action movie to be. Uh, I mean, he's like, spoiler alert, he's like stabbing people with a candy cane that he like, well, this doesn't sound weird, but he like sucks into like
a
a point.
Yeah,
And then, like starts murdering people with it. I mean, he's killing people with icicles and snow blowers, and it's all just Christmas or winter themed like
murder.
murders. It's fucking and the big thing is he's they kind of do like some flashback scenes to show like how he's not just jolly old Saint Nick, how he's able to like take on these like mercenaries, it's because he's like in old school like North like Northman like Viking basically. Yeah, he's like a bloodthirsty like, and they show him like with his shirt, he's like tatted up, scars all over the place, and
Yes.
yeah, it is so fun. I was laughing so hard that like my girlfriend had to like tap me on the shoulder and be like, "Dude, fuck it, take it down a notch." I was
We're
just
in
like, "All
public.
right." It's so good.
You're
Yeah,
embarrassing me.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. I this is a 10 out of 10. Go watch it. If you're going to see like an Oscar-winning performance, go fuck yourself. That's not going to happen. But it is. If you go into it knowing this is going to be bloody, it's going to be funny, and it's going to make a mockery out of Christmas, this is the movie for you. Go watch it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, well, with that being said,
Shit. I almost took the shot.
uh, yeah. So, as you all know, I mean, we have our social media accounts. It'd be awesome if you guys don't already follow us to go follow us. It really does help us out, gets more people to look at us and see what we're doing. Yeah, how are your balls over there?
Not blue anymore.
Ooh. Um, also, if you want to support us, I mean, we have our, it's called Buy Me a Coffee, buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. It's a great way to support us financially. You can do one-time donations or you can give on a monthly basis. With that monthly basis, you do get some pretty awesome member-only merch, as well as some behind the scenes and stuff like that, which we'll start adding more and more to as more people join. Because we were on Patreon, but fuck Patreon.
Yeah, they're gross.
Disgusting and
Yeah.
refuse to take accountability for the platform that they created. If you don't want to give us your money on a monthly basis like that, but you still want some cool merch, I mean, we have our web store. You can also get some one of a kind artwork up there as well, and give back to some local comic book shops, and also get a chance to win some art and what's the word, gift cards for those comic shops, so that you can build your nerd collection and stuff as well. I mean, other than that, we love you guys. Thank you so
Look
much for
forward
being
to
a part
our
of this.
OnlyFans account.
Yep, we're gonna figure out a way how to do that. That's gonna be, I think that's gonna be money right there. But yeah,
Chad will put lotion on his feet.
if people will pay for it, hell yeah, I will. I will do a male boudoir session. Well, this has been the All Things Nerd podcast.